Hello my dear student, today we are discuss on the preparation of aldehyde ketone and the carboxylic acid by the various type of the name reaction in our chemistry. It's very important name reaction for the preparation of aldehyde ketone and the carboxylic acid. Okay, the name reaction number 1 is the Rosenmund. The name reaction number 1 is the Rosenmund reduction reaction. Rosenmund reduction reaction. It is a very important reaction for the preparation of aldehyde from the acyl chloride. In general reaction, there are the aliphatic or aromatic aldehyde is also prepared by this method. In general, CH3R is the alkyl group. In general, there is RC double bond O, Cl. The name of that functional group is the acyl chloride, which on treatment with H2, the hydrogen, with the help of palladium barium sulfate, H2PD, BaSO4 is the palladium barium sulfate is the reducing agent, in which there is addition of 2 hydrogen to the acyl chloride in the preparation of aldehyde. Okay. Now, 1 hydrogen with the chlorine and 1 hydrogen at the carbonyl carbon C double bond OH. In the reaction, there is a minus HCl. R C double bond OH is aldehyde, and in the such reaction, okay, aldehyde is prepared by. In a such reaction, in a general, the aldehyde is prepared by the acyl chloride. Example number 1. Example of general reaction. Okay? Example number 2. There is a CH3 C double bond O bond Cl. In general, the name of that, in a common name, the name of that reactant is the acetyl chloride. What about the IUPAC 2 carbon chain? 2 carbon chain is the ethane. Replacement of E of ethane by OYl. The compound is called ethanoyl chloride. Treatment with the H2 is a dihydrogen. And how to write the H2? There is a hydrogen bond hydrogen. Treatment on the palladium barium sulfate. So what happened in the case of that reaction? There is a 1 hydrogen with a carbonyl carbon and the formation of CH3 C double bond OH and 1 hydrogen with the chlorine. The reaction, there is a minus HCl, and your product is acetaldehyde. Your product is acetaldehyde. And what about the IUPAC of that acetaldehyde? 2 carbon chain is the ethane. A replacement of E of ethane by L. The name of that compound is ethanol. Okay, this is the general reaction of Rosenmund. This is the aliphatic aldehyde prepared by the Rosenmund. Then now, study of preparation of aromatic aldehyde. Aromatic aldehyde, example number 3, preparation of aromatic aldehyde from the benzoyl chloride by the Rosenmund reduction reaction. Okay? Now in the reaction, there is a reactant is a ring C double bond O bond Cl. The name of that reactant is benzoyl. The name of that reactant is a benzoyl chloride. OYl is a COCl linkage. It is a benzoyl chloride which is on treatment with H2 dihydrogen with the help of palladium barium sulfate and the formation of 1 hydrogen with the carbonyl carbon and the 1 hydrogen with the chlorine and the formation of the ring. A ring as it is a C double bond O bond H. In the reaction, there is a minus HCl. Ring C double bond OH is the benzaldehyde. Okay, these all about the preparation of Rosenmund reduction, the preparation of benzaldehyde or the aliphatic aldehyde from the reactant of aliphatic and the benzene derivatives compound and the formation of these 2 type of the aldehyde. The such reaction is called Rosenmund reduction reaction. Okay, now in this reaction, the treatment of any acyl chloride with H2 in the presence of PDBSO4 and the formation of such aldehyde, the aldehyde is called Rosenmund reduction reaction. Okay. Now another one preparation method. By the name reaction. Okay. Now the preparation of aliphatic aldehyde by the name reaction, and the such name reaction is another one name reaction. In this chapter, there are the various type of the name reaction. It is important for the entrance examination like the JEE. Okay, name reaction. And the another one name reaction is called Stephan. Another one name reaction is the Stephan reduction reaction. Stephan reduction reaction, in which the such reaction is the reduction of alkyl cyanide with the help of SnCl2 and the HCl. Now in general there is a study of, in general the reaction is RC triple bond N. RC triple bond N is the alkyl cyanide, in a compound in which the reaction with the C triple bond N is with hydrogen is conduction. In our chemistry, in the reaction, the hydrogen is given by two methods like H2 or in bracket hydrogen. In bracket hydrogen is called nascently hydrogen, nascent hydrogen, or in the form of H2 hydrogen is called dihydrogen. Now in the reaction, in a bracket there is a hydrogen, in bracket hydrogen, two hydrogen, in the bracket two hydrogen is called nascently prepared hydrogen, or these nascently prepared hydrogen is obtained from the hydrochloric acid and SnCl2, the mixture of SnCl2 and the HCl is produced in bracket nascently hydrogen, or these nascently hydrogen is added on the multiple bond on C triple bond N, and such type of reaction is the reduction reaction, and the formation of there is a R, one hydrogen to carbon, there is a CH, there is a double bond, there is a nitrogen dot HCl. This is a two-step reaction. In the one-step reaction, the formation of such acid. In first step reaction, the formation of intermediate acid. The such acid is called imine. The such acid is called, not acid, sorry. The such compound is called salt imine hydrochloride. Imine is a base in the acid. Imine hydrochloride salt is prepared. Now in the second step, in the one step, imine hydrochloride salt is prepared, and in the next there is a R. There is a RCH double bond, there is NH dot HCl. This is a salt. The such a salt which on treatment in our chemistry, in a previous lecture I have explained on the acid and the H3O plus. Okay? In our chemistry, H2O is the water. In our chemistry, H2O the water, and the water is amphoteric in nature. What is it by the amphoteric nature? When the water is treated with the acid, water acts as a base. When water is treated with the base, water acts as acid. Okay, so water is amphoteric in nature. Now in our chemistry, another form of that is H3O plus. H3O plus is the acid, or these H3O plus is also called hydronium ion. These H3O plus is also called hydronium ion, and H3O plus which on treatment with such type of the salt and the intermediate. Now in our chemistry, the various type of the reaction is a proceed by the treatment of H3O plus. Now any reaction which on treatment with H3O plus. In our chemistry, H3O plus is the acid, is a hydronium ion. When the reaction intermediate and the salt which on treatment with H3O plus, the such type of reaction is called acid hydrolysis. The such type of reaction is called acid hydrolysis. The treatment which acid hydrolysis and the formation of there is a R. So in the reaction we don't need to balance the sum of reactant and the product. Okay, for the treatment of H3O plus to the reactant, they are provided the number of excess of hydrogen and the oxygen to that the salt. Okay, we not need to balance the LHS and RHS in that reaction. We have to provide the number of hydrogen and the oxygen to the intermediate of that salt. Now in the reaction there is R, the number of O given to the carbon and the formation of C double bond O carbon on attached with the hydrogen, they are in the form of RCOH is aldehyde, and the such aldehyde is a general. In general, it is the aldehyde. Now in the reaction there is a remaining nitrogen and the hydrochloric acid in the form of ammonium salt. They are provided excess of hydrogen to the H3O plus to the NH nitrogen, and there is a formation of NH4 positive and the Cl negative, and the such salt and the such salt is called ammonium chloride. The such salt is called ammonium chloride salt. This is all about the preparation of aldehyde from the alkyl cyanide by the Stephan reduction reaction with the help of SnCl2HCl in the first step. In the second step, the salt which on treatment with the H3O plus, and finally obtain the aldehyde product. Okay? So this is all about the general reaction. Now I'm explaining the example how to replace the R by CH in the preparation of CH3 containing aldehyde. Now example number 1, this is all about the general reaction. When in the reaction there is a R, the reaction is called general reaction. When in the R there is a methyl ethyl propyl, this is example of that reaction. Okay? Now example number 1, the two-step reaction. In the example number 1, there is a CH3 C triple bond, and the name of that reactant is methyl cyanide. The name of that reactant is methyl cyanide, which on treatment with the nascently prepared hydrogen. The treatment with the nascently prepared hydrogen, these nascently prepared hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, and these nascently prepared hydrogen is obtained from SnCl to HCl. In the bracket given hydrogen is called nascently prepared hydrogen, or it is obtained by the SnCl to HCl. Now these 2 hydrogen is added to the multiple bond of that C triple bond N, and the addition of that hydrogen to the multiple bond, the such a reaction is called reduction reaction. Now again there is a formation of CH3, there is a CH double bond, there is a NH dot HCl. This is the intermediate, this is the salt intermediate, and the name of that salt intermediate is the methylamine IMINE hydrochloride salt. Okay, now in the second step, the treatment of that CH3, there is a CH double bond, there is a NH dot HCl. The treatment of that such a salt with H3O plus. H3O plus is the acid, is the hydronium ion. Treatment with the treatment of that such salt with H3O plus. The treatment is the such type of reaction is called acid hydrolysis, and the finally formation of CH3 C double bond OH. The such aldehyde is called acetaldehyde in the common name. What about the IUPAC? 2 carbon chain. 2 carbon chain is the ethane. In the reactant there is a COH is aldehyde, and the replacement of E of ethane by ol, the compound is called ethanol in the IUPAC. This is all about the example number 1 of that Stephan reduction reaction. Now the name reaction type number 3. In the last 2 example I have completed the one Rosenman and second is the Stephan. Now the third name reaction, the third type of that name reaction. So the name reaction is, in the reaction there is the most important reducing agent is used, and the such reduction reagent is called diabyl H. Okay, so now in the reaction title, the title is the preparation of aldehyde and a ketone. Preparation of aldehyde and ketone from alkyl cyanide by using diabyl H, DIBALH means, what is the diabyl H? D is the di, I is the iso, B is the butyl, diisobutyl aluminum. It is the aluminum, and the H is the hydride. the such reactant, the such reagent in the reaction is called diabyl H. Diabyl H is a diisobutyl aluminum hydride. So another form of that diabyl H is, okay, this is the isobutyl, IBU. IBU stands for isobutyl bracket twice diisobutyl aluminum hydride. The diabyl is also given by 2-diisobutyl aluminum hydride. This is very important reagent. It is the reducing agent. They are provided hydrogen for reduction in the form of AlH. Example number 1 of that diabyl H in general, there is a R C triple bond N. There is a direct reaction in the step number 1. Step number 2, we have to write the common 1 and 2 step in the reaction arrow. In the step number 1, the treatment of that diabyl H to the C triple bond N. Now in the another step, you have to combine both steps. Now there is a treatment of H3O plus and the formation of, there is R and R. There is a directly given C double bond OH. Now another, there is a ammonia is removed from that reaction. RCOH is aldehyde. The name of that aldehyde, okay, in general it is aldehyde. So what about the example? Example number 2 in R is general. Example number 2, there is a CH3 C triple bond N. R is alkyl. Alkyl is the methyl, ethyl and the propyl. Now the treatment of that CH3 C triple bond N is the methyl cyanide. Treatment with the diisobutyl aluminum hydride. Treatment with the H3O plus and the formation of CH3 C double bond OH in the reaction. We no need to remove the ammonia, but the ammonia is eliminated balance from the reactant. Okay? The CH3 C double bond OH is aldehyde. The aldehyde in a common name is called acetaldehyde, or in the IUPAC it is the ethane, and the replacement of E of that ethane by L, the compound is called ethane. Okay? So this is the best example of reduction of diabyl H. Okay, now so what is the main role of that diabyl H? The diabyl is role reduction of multiple bond containing hydrocarbon chain attached to C triple bond. Okay, means multiple chain containing cyanide is reduced to the aldehyde using diabyl H. Okay? Now the best example of that diabyl H is, okay, there is a CH3 CH double bond, there is a CH2, then a C triple bond, and this is the main reactant required for the diabyl H. Okay, diabyl H is need to reduction of double bond containing C triple bond. And okay, now in the reaction there is a, okay, what is the IUPAC of that compound? Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, and the carbon number 5. 5 carbon chain at a 5 carbon chain. Okay, double bond containing at carbon number 3. It is a pent 3 ENE, and the C triple bond N in IUPAC is called nitrile. The compound is called pent 3 in nitrile. In the IUPAC, you have to count the carbon of that C triple bond in cyanide. For the basic IUPAC nomenclature, it is the pent 3 in nitrile. Okay, so how to proceed the reaction? Reaction number 1, the treatment of that is diisobutyl aluminum hydride and the H3O plus. There is no need of explain the separate reaction because of they are proceed at a time. Okay, but slight change of that 2 step. Step number 1, treatment with diabyl H, and step number 2, treatment with the H3O plus is the acid hydrolysis and the direct formation of, there is no need of balance, which on C triple bond and directly treatment with the diabyl H and H3O plus to form aldehyde, and the such aldehyde is called CH3 CH double bond CH. There is a CH2 C double bond OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon chain. There is a penta 3 ENE, replacement of E of ENE by ALL. The compound is called pent 3 enol. Okay, another one name reaction for the preparation of preparation of aldehyde, the aromatic aldehyde. In the reaction, there is a preparation of aromatic aldehyde. Preparation of aromatic aldehyde by the name reaction. And the name reaction, it is a very, very important name reaction. And the such type of the name reaction is called Gattermann. The such type of name reaction is called Gattermann-Koch. The such type of the reaction is called Gattermann-Koch formylation. Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. So in the reaction, why it's called formylation? Because of the such type of the reaction, there is a introduction of the such group. The such group is called formyl. The such group called is formyl. Now in the reactant, there is a introduction of the formyl group is called formylation, because in our chemistry there is a HC double bond OH. HC double bond OH is also given by, there is a HCHO. HCHO, it is called formaldehyde. It is called formaldehyde. Now in the compound there is a introduction of HC double bond O. HC double bond O is the formylation. The such type of the compound is introduced into the reactant is called formylation. Now in the reaction, this is a very, very important name reaction, and the name of that reaction is called Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. In our chemistry, in entrance examination like the JEE, there are the two types of the Gattermann reaction. One reaction is Gattermann-Koch reaction, and another one is only Gattermann reaction. Okay? So this Gattermann reaction in the chapter amines, nitrogen containing compound. Now in the chapter aldehyde ketone, there is a Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. In the reaction, there is a formation of HC double bond OH. HC double bond OH is a formyl group. In the benzene ring, there is a introduction of HC double bond O positive is a formyl group, and the such reaction is called Gattermann-Koch formylation. Now, how to prepare the such reaction? Okay, the name reaction. Name of reaction, Gattermann. Okay, it is called Gattermann-Koch formylation. Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. Gattermann-Koch formylation reaction. Okay, how to introduce the formyl group into the benzene ring. Okay, now in the reaction there is a ring. In the ring containing alternate sigma pi bonding. In the ring there is a containing alternate sigma pi bonding. So what is the formula of that ring is a C6H6, and the name of that compound reactant is a benzene, or these benzene carry hydrogen atom carbon atom, and the formula is a C6H6. Okay? So what about the another? There is a H. In our chemistry, there is a CO. CO is a carbon monoxide. CO is the carbon monoxide, and the treatment of that carbon monoxide with the hydrochloric acid in the presence AlCl3. In our chemistry, what is the role of that? In our chemistry, it a reaction arrow containing AlCl3. What is the role of that AlCl3? AlCl3 is the aluminum trichloride. AlCl3 is the aluminum trichloride, and the aluminum trichloride is Lewis acid. So what is the Lewis acid and the role of that Lewis acid? Lewis acid is the lone pair acceptor. Lewis acid is the lone pair acceptor. Now in the reaction, the such Lewis acid is accept the lone pair and the formation of electrophile. So separately, I have explained the formation of such electrophile of that formyl group. Now the treatment of carbon monoxide with the hydrochloric acid in the presence AlCl3, and the role of that AlCl3 combination of carbon mono with the hydrochloric acid and the formation of HC double bond O positive. Now these LCl3 combination of carbon mono with the hydrogen and the formation of that such reagent and the separated by the Cl minus the role of that LCl3. Okay? In our chemistry, HC double bond OH, the carbon, the valency of carbon is 4. When the carbon is less than the 4 carbon, they acquire the positive charge. The compound carries the positive charge, is called electrophile. Okay, it is a formyl group. Okay, formyl group introduced into the benzene ring is called formylation. The role of that is the combination of that CO with HCl in the AlCl3, they produce a formyl group, and this formyl group is introduced into the ring, and then replacement of hydrogen and the chlorine and COH attached to the benzene ring like HCO plus. It is the formylation reaction. The such mechanism is a proceed by ESR. ESR means electrophilic. ESR means electrophilic substitution reaction. ESR means electrophilic substitution reaction, and the formation of ring as it is, ring containing all pi bond as it is, ring carry 6 hydrogen, there is a 5 hydrogen, replacement of 1 Cl and the 1 H minus HCl, COH is introduced into the C double bond OH. In the reaction there is a HCl. This is your final product. And the final product is called benzaldehyde. This is your final product is called benzaldehyde. Very simple and very important reaction. Introduction of HCO positive group into the ring is called formylation, or this positive is electrophile, and the mechanism process of that reaction when the positive group is attached to that ring by the replacement of hydrogen. Positive is electrophile attached to, and the replacement of hydrogen, the such is called ESR. ESR means electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay? So this is very important reaction for the preparation of benzaldehyde. Okay, in several examination like the JEE, okay, the reaction is important for the entrance examination like the JEE. Okay, now another one important name reaction, it is preparation for the aromatic ketone. Now next, my dear student, preparation of aromatic ketone by the name reaction. This is also very important reaction for the all entrance examination. Okay, and the name reaction is the Friedel-Crafts. And the name reaction is the Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation. In our chemistry, my dear student, what is the acylation in our chemistry? The such reactant in general is called, in common name is called acetyl chloride. In IUPAC 2 carbon chain, is the ethane. Replacement of E of ethane by OIL, it is the ethanoyl chloride. So what happened in the reaction? The such reagent which on treatment with the AlCl3 in our chemistry, AlCl3 is called Lewis acid. Lewis acid means lone pair. Lewis acid means lone pair acceptor. They accept the lone pair, and the breaking of that Cl and the formation of CH3, C double bond O positive. The carbon carries a positive charge. The carbon carry positive charge is called electrophile, and the introduction of CH3CO positive in the such reaction is called ESR. ESR is the electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay? Now, in the benzene aromatic ring, there is an introduction of CH3CO group. CH3CO positive group to the benzene aromatic ring is called electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, now this is all about the simple mechanism, simple step for the generation of CH3CO electrophile positive. And now I am introducing this CH3CO group into the benzene ring, and finally formation of aromatic ketone. The main target of that Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction is the preparation of aromatic ketone. Preparation of aromatic ketone. Okay, now I'm explaining the final reaction. How to introduce the aromatic ketone into the benzene ring. Like in the compound, your reactant is the benzene ring. What is the formula? The ring carry hydrogen. The ring carry hydrogen. What is the formula of that benzene ring? The formula of a benzene ring C6H6 is a benzene. Now in the reaction there is a replacement of hydrogen by replacement of hydrogen of that ring by chlorine. In the reaction, replacement of Cl by H. Okay, Cl by H. The such reaction, the mechanism is a proceed with the help of AlCl3 replacement of Cl by H. Okay, now AlCl3. The such CH3CO in a general, in a common name, it is called acetyl chloride. In the IUPAC 2 carbon chain is the ethane, and replacement of E of ethane by OIL, it is the ethanoyl chloride. So in the reaction what happened? There is a hydrogen. In the reaction what happened? There is a hydrogen and the chlorine. Replacement of this Cl by H, and in the reaction there is a minus HCl, and the formation of such ring as it is. There is a C double bond O. There is a CH3. Now CH3CO is introduced into the benzene ring. Such reaction is called acylation. It is by under the name of that reaction Friedel-Crafts. It is the Friedel-Crafts acylation. Okay, in the reaction there is a minus HCl. This is your product, and the product is the acetophenone. The product is acetophenone, and the acetophenone is the part of aromatic ketone. Thank you, my dear student. Hello my dear student, today we are discussing on the chemical reaction of carboxylic acid. In this chapter there is a very important chemical reaction. The title of today's lecture is chemical reaction of carboxylic acid. In our chemistry there are the various type of the chemical reaction of that carboxylic acid. The carboxylic acid is the RC double bond O. Bond OH is a carboxylic acid, or in the reaction or in the topic that the various reaction of that carboxylic acid is reaction number one is dehydration of carboxylic acid and the formation of anhydride. In this reaction there is a dehydration of carboxylic acid, and formation of anhydride. So what is the anhydride? In our chemistry, the general molecular formula of anhydride is RC double bond O bond O. There is a C double bond O R is the anhydride in the general reaction. Okay? So how to prepare the anhydride? In general reaction, there is a RC double bond O. Bond OH is a carboxylic acid, or this carboxylic acid is reacted with the 2 mole of carboxylic acid is reacted with the phosphorus pentoxide. In the reaction there is a P2O5. P2O5 on heated. P2O5 is a phosphorus pentoxide is heated with the carboxylic acid in the reaction. Oxygen containing a lone pair. Oxygen containing lone pair and the lone pair carry delta negative charge. Oxygen containing lone pair, delta negative charge, delta positive charge. In the reaction there is a OH and H, OH and H. In the reaction there is a minus water and the formation of RC double bond O, C double bond O and R, COOCR is the anhydride. This is the general reaction of the preparation of that anhydride. Okay? Now example number 1 of that anhydride. Example number 1 of that anhydride. In our chemistry, the acetic acid first member is CH3 C double bond O bond OH. There is a CH3 C double bond O bond OH is the first member of that. Carboxylic acid is the acetic acid. So the reaction in between them, the reaction is reversible process which on heated with the dehydrating agent of P2O5 is a phosphorus pentoxide. Oxygen containing a lone pair delta negative, O containing lone pair delta negative, delta positive. They are heated with the dehydrating agent or in the reaction OH minus and the H plus. My dear student, in the reaction there is a minus water molecule. So what is the product of that reaction? There is a formation of CH3 C double bond O, C double bond O. There is a CH3. In the reaction there is a minus water, CCOCO is anhydride. The name of that is acetic. The name of compound is acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride. So what about the another example number 3 of that dehydration? Example number 3 of that dehydration. There is what happened in the reaction. In the reaction there is a benzene ring. There is a 2 mole of benzene ring is heated with 2 mole of benzene ring. 2 mole of benzene ring is heated with the phosphorus pentoxide. Phosphorus pentoxide is heated with the P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide. In the reaction oxygen delta negative, oxygen delta negative, hydrogen delta positive. In the reaction there is a OH and H minus water in the reaction, and a combination of these two ring by the anhydride linkage. These two ring combined together by the anhydride linkage, and the such product is anhydride part of benzoic, the part of benzene. It is the benzoic anhydride. It is the benzoic anhydride. Okay? So this is very, very important reaction is completed, and the such reaction is called anhydride. Formation of anhydride with the help of P2O5 is a phosphorus pentoxide. Okay? Now the next title of that reaction is reduction of carboxylic acid into the alcohol. Okay? Reduction of carboxylic acid to the alcohol, and the reactant of that carboxylic acid. In general reaction there is a RC double bond O bond H. In general the name of that reactant is carboxylic acid. Okay, they are reacted with the lithium aluminum hydride which on reduction and the formation of product is like there is a R, there is a CH2OH. OH is attached to that carbon. They carry another one carbon, the such carbon which on reduction, is called 1 degree alcohol, is called primary alcohol. Okay, example of that is example number 1 of that reduction is a CH3 C double bond O bond OH. The name of that reactant is acetic acid which on reduction with the lithium aluminum hydride. Okay, reduction and the formation of that such alcohol is a primary alcohol. There is a formation of CH3, there is a CH2, and the formation of OH, and the product of that reaction is ethyl attached to OH is called ethyl alcohol. OH attached to that carbon, they carries a one carbon, and the name of that alcohol is ethyl alcohol. Is the class of that alcohol is a primary. What about the another? What about the another? The ring of that is a C double bond O. There is a OH. There is a OH. There is a lithium aluminum hydride. These are carboxylic acid on reduction. The name of that is the benzoic acid, which on reduction to form the ring, number of hydrogen attached to that carbon, the CH2 and the OH, ring CH2. The name of that is benzyl alcohol. This is all about the reduction of carboxylic acid to the primary alcohol. OH is attached to that carbon, they carries another one carbon. The such alcohol is called primary alcohol, or they are converted into the various form of that example, like general form to the alcohol, acetic acid to the ethyl alcohol in the case of primary, and the benzoic acid to the benzoic acid to the benzyl alcohol. So what about the benzyl? In between the ring and OH attached to CH2 center is called benzyl alcohol. So what about the difference in between the benzyl and another ring? The difference in between these two ring, the ring is attached to OH, is called phenol, or in between the CH2 is called sandwich carbon atom, in between them CH2 is the benzyl alcohol. Okay? So what about the another? The various type of the reaction is there. Okay, so this is all about the reduction of that acid into the alcohol. Now another one reaction is very, very important in our 11th chemistry and 12th chemistry for the JEE and the other entrance examination in overall India. So this reaction is called decarboxylation reaction. So what about the decarboxylation reaction? It is the decarboxylation. The such reaction is called decarboxylation reaction. The such reaction is called decarboxylation reaction. So what about the decarboxylation reaction? Decarboxylation means in the reaction there is a minus, Na2CO3. In the reaction there is a minus CO3 in the reaction is a minus, called decarboxylation. So what about the example of that decarboxylation? There is a CH3 C double bond O bond OH. The name of reactant is the acetic acid in the common name. What about the IUPAC? In the IUPAC is the ethane replacement of E of ethane by OIC acid. The compound is called ethanoic acid. They are treated with the sodium hydroxide, or in the reaction is the formation of what? O containing a lone pair, and the lone pair carries a delta negative charge. O carries a delta negative charge. Sodium is a metal, and the sodium metal carry delta positive charge. So what about the other? Oxygen containing delta negative and hydrogen delta positive. In the reaction, what happens? There is a O negative attached to the sodium and the OH abstraction of hydrogen, and the formation of the compound is CH3C double bond O. In the reaction, ONA. In the reaction there is a minus water. So this is your intermediate of that reaction, and the intermediate is called sodium. The intermediate is called sodium ethane. Sodium ethane is a salt. 2 carbon chain is ethane, or in the reaction replacement of E of ethane by OH. The name of that intermediate salt is called sodium ethanoate. Okay? So what about in the second step? In the first step, treatment of that acid to sodium hydroxide and the formation of that salt, and again this salt is treated with the treatment of that salt is the CH3C double bond O. Okay, there is a ONA. In the reaction there is a NaOH. Again the name treatment with the help of CaO, which on heating and the formation of final product in that reaction, the decarboxylation is occur. So which on heating with the CH3H. In the reaction there is a CH3H, abstraction of that CH3 with the hydrogen. CH3H is in the product, CH3H is a CH4. This is your final product, methane. In the reaction there is a minus Na. In the reaction there is a minus Na2. There is a COO and the O. In the reaction there is a minus Na2CO3. This is your final product of that decarboxylation reaction. So another one type of the example of that decarboxylation is treatment of that 3 member of that carboxylic acid for the decarboxylation. There is a CH3CH2C double bond O. There is a bond OH, and the name of that reactant is a 3-carbon chain containing a carboxylic acid with the compound called propane. It is a propane, and the replacement of that propane by E. Replacement of E by OIC acid. The compound is called propanoic acid. Okay. Now in the first step of that reaction, treatment of that propanoic acid. Treatment of that propanoic acid with the sodium hydroxide and the formation of CH3. There is a CH2, C double bond O. There is a ONA. In the reaction, there is a oxygen containing lone pair. There is a delta negative, delta positive. In the reaction, there is a OH and H. In the reaction, there is a minus water. These O attack on the sodium and the formation of that such intermediate of that reaction, and the intermediate is called sodium 3-carbon chain. 3-carbon chain is the propane, or in the reaction, replacement of E of propane by OH. The compound is called sodium propanoate. Or then in the second step of that reaction, there is a CH3 through C double bond O. CH3 CH2 C double bond O. There is a O and the Na. It is a sodium. 3-carbon chain is the propane. Replacement of E of propane by OH. The compound is called sodium propanoate. On the treatment with the sodium hydroxide, which on heated to form CaO. In the reaction, the O containing lone pair. So what happened in the case of that reaction? These CH3CH2 abstraction of hydrogen by sodium hydroxide, and the formation of final product is the alkane. And the alkane, carbon-carbon containing single bond is a hydrocarbon. There is a CH3CH3 is the ethane, carbon-carbon single bond is the alkane. So what happened in the case of that reaction? Sodium. In the reaction, there is a sodium, Na2, COO and the O. In the reaction, there is a COO, minus CO3 is the decarboxylation reaction. This reaction is also called step down reaction. This reaction is also called step down reaction. Next reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia. In the reaction, the study of reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia and formation of amide. So in the reaction there is a general reaction. RC double bond O bond OH is reacted with the NH3 ammonia, and the such reaction in general is called, when the treatment of ammonia, the such reaction is also called ammonolysis. So what happened in the case of that ammonia NH3 ammonia is the basic in nature. Means what? There is a hydrogen NH3 NH2 containing a lone pair. The treatment of that is this is the acid. The name of that acid is the carboxylic acid. Or in our chemistry, what happened? Reaction of acid with ammonia, formation of salt. NH3 lone pair containing. The such NH3 lone pair containing is the ammonia. So what happened in the case of that reaction? There is oxygen, delta negative, delta positive. This delta negative is abstraction of hydrogen from that. There is a RC double bond O. In the reaction, there is a O minus. NH3H in the reaction, there is a formation of NH4 positive. This is your salt, and the salt is ammonium. The salt is ammonium acetate. ammonium acetate in general, the salt. So what happened in the second step? The heating of that salt. In the second step, heating of that salt by the elimination of water molecule. Heating of that salt by the elimination of water molecule and the formation of amide. In the reaction, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. In the reaction, there is a minus water. So what happened in the reaction? There is a RC double bond O. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen minus water. NH2 attached to that carbon. There is a NH2. In the reaction, there is a minus water. The name of product is amide. The name of that product is amide. Okay? So this is all about the general reaction of that ammonolysis of carboxylic acid. So what about the another example number 1? This general reaction. Example number 1 of that is there is a treatment of that CH3C double bond O bond OH. The reactant is acetic acid. The treatment of that acetic acid with ammonia. How to write ammonia? There is a hydrogen NH2, nitrogen containing a lone pair, delta negative, delta positive. So what happened in the case of that reaction? Oxygen containing a lone pair, delta negative, delta positive. In the reaction, there is abstraction of what? Abstraction of NH2 by hydrogen and the formation of there is a CH3C double bond O. There is a O minus and NH4 positive. Okay, it is the ammonium. It is the ammonium acetate salt. It is the ammonium acetate salt. In the reaction, there is the treatment of that ammonium acetate salt, CH3C double bond O minus NH4. So what happened about the salt? The salt which on heated by the minus water molecule, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen minus water molecule in the reaction, and the formation of that is the CH3C double bond O. There is a NH2 or in the reaction there is a minus water. The name of that is the acetamide. The name of that in IUPAC is the ethane, 2 carbon ethane. In the reaction, there is a replacement of E of ethane by amide. The compound is called ethanamide. This is your final product of that ammonolysis of carboxylic acid. Means the main title of that reaction is reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia and the formation of amide. Okay. So what about these reactions in the aromatic reactant? So what is the aromatic reactant? The aromatic reactant is the benzene ring or the benzene ring containing C double bond O bond OH and this compound is called benzoic acid, and the treatment of that benzoic acid with carboxylic acid NH3 containing is ammonia. There is a lone pair delta negative, oxygen containing a delta negative, delta positive, NH3 abstraction of hydrogen, and the formation of the compound is the ring C double bond O. In the compound there is a O minus. In the compound formation of NH4 positive. The name of that salt is the ammonium benzoate. The name of that salt is ammonium benzoate. In the first step, the treatment of that ammonium benzoate. The treatment of that ammonium benzoate. The treatment of that ammonium benzoate. There is a NH4 positive. Ammonium benzoate on heated by the minus water molecule, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. In the reaction, there is a minus water molecule and the formation of that. And the formation of that is the ring as it is. There is a C double bond O. In the reaction, there is NH2. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen minus water, NH2 is there, and the formation of in the reaction minus water. The name of that is the benzamide. The name of that compound is benzamide. So another one ammonolysis reaction of that acid is the benzene ring containing 2 carboxyl group. The benzene ring containing the first step of that, the benzene ring containing 2 carboxyl group. 2 carboxyl group means the benzene C double bond OH is called phthalic acid. Is called phthalic acid. Or in the phthalic acid treatment of these two ammonia with the phthalic acid and the formation of that, the lone pair containing a delta negative. So what happened in the case of that reaction? Delta negative, delta positive. There is a lone pair containing a delta negative, delta positive. So what happened in the case of that reaction? These two NH3, abstraction of hydrogen and the formation of in the ring. The ring is as it is in the reaction. There is a C double bond O. There is a C double bond O. There is a O and the O minus, and the formation of NH4 plus, and the formation of NH4 plus. This is the salt, and the salt is ammonium, and the salt is ammonium benzoate, and these ammonium benzoate on treatment with, and the salt is ammonium benzoate, and the treatment of that, ammonium benzoate which on heated, the formation of these two amide linkage means in the reaction there is a formation of two amide linkage, and these two amide linkage is called phthalamide. In the reaction, 2 hydrogen 1 oxygen minus water, 2 hydrogen 1 oxygen minus water, and the formation of ring. The ring of compound is as it is. There is a C double bond O. There is a C double bond O in the reaction. There is a NH2. In the reaction, there is a NH2. The compound is a phthalamide. Thank you.